Hi friends, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rainbows here with a ridiculously quick little gnome boop if you'd like to make it stick around. So today I'm going to be using up some supplies I have on hand to make this cute little guy. He's short, he's squat, he's got a full wraparound beard, and he took about 12 minutes to come together. So I'm going to be using a Dollar Tree sock, and to be honest, I have a ton of these, but you can use a cardboard base, gloves from the Dollar Tree, snowflakes from the Dollar Tree, Amazon fur, and I have this cording that I'm going to use to tie off the glove. These, I literally have used 400 of these snowflakes, it feels like, and I still have 400 more. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm going to open up the sock, and I'm going to do this wrong, and you'll see me, and I share my mistakes because, come on. So after I stuffed it, not only with the polyfill and all of the leftover brushings off of yarn trees that I made over the holiday season. Look at that. I forgot the actual base. You're going to want to put the base inside the sock so we can hide it a little bit better. Again, it's super easy if you've never done this. Make sure that this toe piece is pulled to one side. You will still be able to create the shape you want. It makes it a little more stable, whether you're using cardboard or a wood round. If you are using cardboard, you may want to put a little bit of weight in the bottom, but these wood rounds are weight enough themselves. So I am going to pop in all of this stuffing again. And no, it doesn't matter that it's white sock and green and gray and white yarn brushings. I don't know if you've ever made yarn trees, but it's like a pom-pom, and I love making pom-poms, and the yarn trees are so beautiful. It's just that I tend to go with them at the end when shaping, so I have a lot of scraps. I just filled it to the height I wanted, and then I'm going to tie this in a knot by splitting it at the top with scissors. So this is a woman's sock. You can use a smaller sock, but I will say it's going to be a short little squatty guy. The men's socks work just as well. These are gloves from the Dollar Tree. Did you know they have pull-off labels? That's really cool for people who have sensory issues. So I am going to hate this. See that? I hate that part. So what I'm thinking is I want to reduce the height in between here so it looks more like a winter cap. And this is the look I'm going for, I think. And I think I'm right. Okay, so we don't need to position it perfectly because I think what I'm going to do is just hack off the bottom and hope for the best, because that's how I'm crafting today. All right, so I'm just going to make sure that's really tight. We'll cut off the excess in a second. This was a piece of 8x8 baby blue. I don't know why it looks so very dark and vibrant. I mean, I'm like really close to my overhead light today, but it's a very pale perfect winter blue, and as you can see, I've used it for quite a few projects. So what I'm going to do is get the most out of this little fur. I'll put the link down below because I buy a ton of these 8x8 colors. They're so nice and easy to use. I'm going to have a hole in the back, so I'm just going to cut this off right here. Now, for those of you new to faux fur cutting, I am using an X-Acto knife because I don't have the patience to barely cut with scissors just the fabric backing. So you can see how easy this works with the X-Acto knife. It's very quick. You don't want to cut the faux fur, just the backing. Now, when I wrap around this beard, you're going to see this big old hole at the back, which bothers me. But don't worry, I'm going to show you a way to fix it. And by a way, I just mean we're going to play patchwork quilt here. As you can see, I am just going to glue the faux fur right onto the bottom, or to the body of the gnome. So I wanted the bottom just to kiss the ground, and I didn't mean to throw my hot glue gun. There are some days you shouldn't be crafting. A little later that day that I was making this, I actually cut myself with the X-Acto knife. So that's when we know to stop. And I think I burned myself on this day. I'm not sure. This is one of the videos that I didn't quite get edited for the beginning of January, but I took a nice long break and I enjoyed myself. So now you can see I have a hole at the back. Don't worry, I'm just going to cut this off because I need to start fitting that hat piece on, and it's already tied. You can add some extra hot glue if you want up there at that knot, but I don't think it's needed. I have a lot of detritus in the beard, but you can see I have like little scraps like this, and the little part is great for ornament, so I don't want to use that. So I'm just going to put that aside for a second whilst I cut off this glove. So I have 2 gloves here in this set. Both of them can be made into something. I'm going to cut this one right above the elastics so that that all stays together. You're going to have to pull off some fuzz because these are not expensive. All right. The other glove, if you want to learn how to make a bunny rabbit with that, I have that on this channel as well. Super cute, coming up for Easter. And I don't know about you, but my daughter would always lose at least one glove or mitten. So I wonder if the thrift stores have a whole bunch of one mitten or one glove things that they put out. I've never looked. If they have them, though, it would be a great place to get some crafting things. All right, so I just tied that off with a little bit of suede. You can use any cord or ribbon or anything you'd like. I just really like this stuff. And it's pretty innocuous. It hides itself under there. Now I am going to glue this little beanie cap to the actual sock unless I can't avoid it. And if I can't avoid it, I'm going to glue it to the faux fur backing and not the faux fur itself. So as I turn it around, you can see this is bothering me. So I'm just going to hack off this little extra space here. I just eyeball measured the part in between here. And I'm just going to glue this on. Does it look funky? Absolutely. Will you be able to tell? Absolutely not. So if you really want to use up every piece of faux fur, you can. You just play patchwork with it. Try not to burn yourself here. I should have done this a different way, but alas. Sometimes I just get to going and, you know. All right, so now that that's glued on, I can glue down the back. And I am going to pull down this hat in the back. Again, this is preference. I like the front of the face to be bright and open and up. So I'm pulling down the hat in the back. Once that's done and really anchored, I'm going to glue these. See that faux fur bit in this, or the faux fur backing right there? That's what I'm gluing to. And then on the other side as well. This stuff sheds so bad. I should have pulled off the bottom, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it in a second. I'm gonna split all of these little fingers and I'll trim them in just a second. You'll see I always have the measure twice, cut once thing. It's burned into my brain from my dad, y'all. So I'm going to leave it really long while I do everything else, and then very, very rare, very slightly trim it off. Now's the time I can add this guy. Oh, if I didn't tell you, you're going to need something for a nose. I happen to have wood beads and wood balls all over my craft table, so I just literally just grabbed one off of the side there, and I'm just going to glue it on. This one's about a 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to glue down the brim just at the top of the nose. I'm going to be gluing it to both that hat and the actual nose, top of it. I just had to make sure I didn't get this in the glue. Whoa, there we go. And now I'm going to hold this, so I'll edit this part out. Well, once I held that to make sure it wasn't going anywhere, I'm going to turn it around and pull down the back and glue that in place as well. So as you can imagine, I am going to be gluing this to the actual glove instead of to the faux fur. If you have to glue to the faux fur, glue it to the faux fur. Just try and get some of the backing in there. And now that is in place forever. All right, so you can see, like, you can even tell that big hole was in the back of it. All right, so now's the part where I had an idea. Now, I need your help. I had an idea that the snowflakes were falling, right? But, I mean, I can't find fishing line. And even if I could find fishing line, what am I going to do? So if you have any ideas to make it look like there's little snowflakes falling around the, thing, let me know. So all I did is just put it on a piece of really thin silver floral wire and stuck them in. Now, before I put the other two in, I am going to trim this. I did this very carefully, very slowly. So I stood it up and left all that out for you, but basically I popped in a couple. See, I'm so not loving this part, but I have an idea and a vision that I can't execute. So if you would, leave me a comment down below and tell me how you would have done it. That's it for me today. Thanks for being here. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe for more crafting fun.